Come on in, everybody. Come on in.
I can't believe I took on a new nation just to be disappointed.
What is up, everybody? Welcome to the Losers Lounge.
Boo!
Boo, hiss, boo, hiss. The Serbia falls to Turkey. And what was a very good game, a tense game. It felt good to feel those feelings again. Tension.
Felt good, but bad.
Yeah, it did feel bad. They lose 95-90. Nikola Jokic goes for 22 points, 9 rebounds, 4 assists. Alperen Sengun, 28 points, 13 rebounds, 8 assists. We're going to break it all down, share news and notes, what it means, look at the bracket as best as we can see it so far. All of that and more. I got D-Line Co in the house.
That's right, guys. Listen, I feel like I'm starting to get a little bit of homegrown in not rocking over here. No one believes in us, guys.
Nobody does believe in us, man. Harrison Wynn joins.
I was so ready to go over to Jimmy John's and get a turkey sandwich.
I know, dude.
Can't do it anymore.
Can't do it.
Get a turkey sandwich with frosted tips.
And now we bring in the fourth member of our broadcast crew, live from Pančeva, Serbia. It's the homie Miroslav. Serbian. The homie Miroslav. Where's he at? He is Miroslav. Dobro večer.
Nobody's more disappointed in myself than I am, because I just realized I have Alperen Sengun mustache right now.
Yeah.
And you
that's
have
horrible.
Nikola Jovic mustache.
And you have naturally frosted tips.
It's true. That part saves the day.
Like we always do, I'm going to give you guys a fast breakdown because I know a lot of people aren't watching this on the Courtside 1891 app.
1891, of course. The significance.
Yeah.
Is that's the year basketball was invented.
Of course, the 1891.
We all know that. Yes.
And even if you had the app, you missed a part of it because that app kind of blows. But let's go to the fast breakdown here. Early on, first 7 minutes, Sengun was taking it to Jokic, man. He had half his points in the first, 5-6 minutes of this game. Then Nikola Jovic got 2 fouls right away. Serbia already very thin. No Vukcevic, no Bogdanovic. Then Jovic has to go to the bench with 2 fouls. And it was just a quiet quarter from Jokic, but Serbia closed it strong, and it was 19-18 Turkey after 1. But then Shane Larkin, a.k.a. the Turkish Steph Curry,
Oh, my God.
absolutely caught fire from 3. Three-point shooting was a story of this game. He was on fire in that second quarter, built a lead, but Serbia clawed back with the double big lineup, guys. This is a Pesic special. He likes what he plays, Milutinov and Jokic. Milutinov 7 foot or 7'1", true center, alongside Nikola Jokic, who becomes a power forward in that configuration. And they crawled back. It worked. 49-46 Serbia heading into halftime. But the third quarter, Shane Larkin's still on fire. How many threes did that guy have?
I don't know.
Do we have it? We have to have this.
I'll find it for
Yeah,
you.
find it for me while I sit here and vent. He was on fire in this game. Jokic checked out of the game down 4.
5.
He had 5 threes.
Yeah, 5 of 8.
And Jokic checked out, and at the end of the third quarter, 73-74, but it was a quick rest because he was back in with 9 minutes to go and the team down 1. Serbia started to turn it on with 6 minutes. You always know that they're going to push it into gear, and they built a 4-point lead with about 6 minutes to go. Jokic hit a big 3 with 5 minutes to go, and then what might have been a sneaky most important misstep by Serbia, of which there were a lot, Nikola Jovic gets the ball right at the rim for a layup and misses it with 3 minutes and 45 seconds to go. So Micic checks into the game after that with 3:30 up 4. I mean, you kept wondering who are they going to close with. Avromovic did not play in the second half.
Hurt.
Starting point guard. So he's hurt. So they're losing all their ball handlers. You bring Micic in. He's going to be your closer. Then Turkey had on one possession 3 offensive rebounds and an and one. Then missed the and one and got another offensive rebound.
That was
And that was Jokic too. That was some of those were ones he should have grabbed. So Turkey took a 3-point lead with 2 minutes to go. Jokic had a putback with 1 minute, which gave them a lead. So with 1 minute to go, Serbia was up. But Sengun, kind of a little ISO move on Jokic, draws the foul, knocks them both down. They go up with 41 seconds. With 41 seconds to go, Serbia comes down. You can pretty much get 2 opportunities here. You get it there, you miss, you get a chance to get a stop. But no, they took the entire possession to not get the ball to anyone and then get the ball ripped out of, was it Jovic's hands that coughed it up? I don't remember, but they couldn't get anything going. They get a turnover, and so they had to foul Larkin.
Larkin, I think it was.
Larkin knocks down a couple free throws. Jokic took a pretty contested three-pointer. I mean, not a very good look. But he kind of had to. It was like the clock was so low, you had to get something up. Misses it.
They did have like
it was
10
like
seconds.
10 seconds.
Yeah, he did not have to get that up.
No. Yeah.
Whatever.
Guys, they just spent 24 seconds trying to get turnover.
Listen,
I mean, what are we really even?
Yeah.
Splitting feathers here in the turkey game.
And so they fall 95-90. Not a lot of defenses played. Let's go to our Red Hawk Roofing big takeaways. D-Line, I'll let you do the honors.
Did Red Hawk Roofing know that they were sponsoring Eurobasket when they?
Is that in their deal?
Not even sure they are.
I don't think they are. Actually, we're giving them some free.
Yeah, dude. I think there's a lot of scuttlebutt around the FIBA tournament, so it's best to give it to the Red Hawk Roofing big takeaway. My Red Hawk Roofing big takeaway. My God, is Serbia cooked if they cannot get some ball handling? They are in such trouble. That last stretch was so bad, and you can't even be mad about it because they don't have anybody that can handle the ball in a meaningful way. They got no penetration. There's no driving kick. There's no even starting of any sort of offensive sets. They really were just kind of hoping that they could lazily get the ball into Jokic and he would do the rest. Usually a pretty good bet, but he was getting double, triple teamed, had to get the ball out of his hand and then give it obviously to a lesser option because everybody is. But man, they got no chance unless they get some guard play. I don't know what happens next.
Well, I mean, Bogdanovic out for the tournament.
Yep.
You know that. Avromovic did not play the second half. He hurt his leg and did not return after halftime.
Yeah.
And so now you're down to Micic and Jovic. Jovic played pretty well today, but you don't have a lot of confidence there.
Big bunny. Oh my God.
I know.
Oh, the other
Jovic. The other Jovic. The
Small
small Jovic, not Nikola Jovic.
Yeah, sorry.
Harrison.
My Red Hawk Roofing big takeaway. There we go. Look, I respect him, man. He's a legend. He's won a lot of great games for Serbia. Coach Pesic, man, a couple interesting decisions today. And granted, he doesn't have a lot of options because of the injuries, especially with Avromovic. Him not being available at the end of this game was big. But there are two decisions from Pesic that were kind of crazy to me. The first one was going double big with Milutinov and Jokic.
Worked the first time.
And they couldn't even rebound down the stretch. And Turkey spread them out and just got a couple open threes. And that was a killer late in this game. I think they should have had somebody else other than Milutinov out there for that. And then closing with Micic instead of Jovic, who I thought looked pretty good today.
Yep.
That was interesting as well. And of course, Micic has the big turnover down the stretch.
Such a bad pass.
I mean, you just felt no confidence in that whole possession. You're like, this is going to go bad. This is going to go bad. And then he throws it away. Look, Pesic, legendary coach, of course. You still don't really know what you're going to get with him, I feel like.
We have now watched two tournaments headed up by him and had big issues with the way he managed two big games.
One thing I'll say in his defense here, coaches look worst, especially with rotation decisions when there's not a good option. There's only bad ones. Because then we put a bad one and it doesn't go well. And I think we're up a little bit against that with this one. But it is a good big takeaway. Miroslav, now we go to you.
I thought both D-Line and Harrison had great Red Hawk Roofing big takeaways. They actually stole both of my big ones.
Oh, no.
So I'm going to have to go to my third one because I have like 11 of them. and my third one is the fact that Team Turkey just wanted this win more than Team Serbia. And you can watch at those defensive rebounds missed by both Joker and Milutinov. There's no excuse for letting Team Turkey get 4 offensive rebounds in key moments.
Yeah.
And yes, I have to agree with Harrison. Coach Pesic made a horrible decision to sub out Stefan Jovic late in the game after he had a great match today, especially on defensive end. But at the same time, he is the only true point guard of this team. He's the only guy that can really handle the ball and not lose it in crunch time 2 times in a row. So, yeah, those two things, team didn't have it, and Coach Pešić also didn't have it late as well. But we're going to talk more about the repercussions of this game, I guess, in the rest of the show. So I'm just going to stick to this for my Red Hawk roofing.
Red Hawk roofing, big takeaway, Miroslav.
Come on.
If you get it right or leave the show.
My Red Hawk roofing, big takeaway. Serbia, all those things are true, and I think they're the real context. We talked about this on yesterday's show. Jokic has a bummer of a task.
Yeah, his whole basketball career
is just a bummer of a task. Because I thought Serbia was unbelievably focused and sharp and knew who they were and everything else in the friendlies. I thought they were in that first game. Now, a lot of those are like not great competitions, but it's still, they had this energy to them, this intensity, this belief, all those things. They hit some adversity. Bogdanovic is out. Vukcevic was out tonight. Maybe Avromovic is out. I'm not trying to brush that aside because those are huge blows. But they also now look like one of the teams, and it's kind of a bummer.
They just look like another team.
Because all these, I'm enjoying this Eurobasket, but you watch all of them, and there's something they just lack, like really lack shooting or rebounding.
Athleticism.
Well, they all have athleticism. But there's no team where you're like, man, they have one of everything. It's just a full roster of, that completes itself. But Jokic is going to have to carry more than he carried today. And I kept thinking that he would be able to when the moment calls. And I know that this is not an elimination game. It doesn't matter that much, although it does affect their bracket a little bit or quite a bit. But I just expected him to kind of carry home and be a little bit more aggressive. And some of this was not being able to get him the ball, but some of it was also, Sengun's going at you.
Yep.
Do you have opportunities to really put the press? I don't feel like the Turkish defense tonight was on their heels for Jokic. I thought they had a wall around him. Mm-hmm. And, it's one game. Now we go to the elimination round, but I hope that there is more, that he has to kind of carry.
Yeah, he was a little slow out of the gate, I thought, because
definitely.
I think that to Miroslav's Red Hawk roofing big takeaway, the Turkish team, the Turkish team wanted that, man. They came out, they were firing. They had so much more energy to start this game with, and it really carried through the entire time. They obviously have a lot quicker players in Shane Larkin, and to be fair, they have guards, which Team Serbia no longer has. But it is wild. Like, there's just not a lot that, they don't have like a fifth option, Serbia. They can't get anything going. And it is like, okay, let's get the ball into Jokic. You see, he gets immediately double teamed. He has guys like bombing at the ball, like the smaller guards peeling off their guys to come and disrupt what he's trying to do, dribble the ball into the paint. It's just a little bit too much to ask when there's 5 guys that can key in on him like that and no real safety valve. So, it was Serbia still had their chances.
Jokic still had his chances. He missed a wide open layup.
Big Jovic missed a layup. Jokic missed a layup. They still could have done it. It just a real microcosm, those last 2 possessions where it's just Serbia got nothing. Like at the biggest moments, just nothing.
Yeah. It was pretty disappointing. Miroslav, where else do you want to take this? You said he had 100 takes. I've only got like 3.
He said 11.
Yeah, well, first, my personal take, it's because I was trying to fire myself up for this game artificially, because at the back of my head, I knew all the time that this game is not the last game of the tournament, and they can lose it and still, win gold after this. Yeah. Here's the thing. Serbia won all of their pool games in 2022, and I'm thinking about the 2022 Eurobasket nonstop. And then they got smacked by Italy in round of 16. After that, this game was exactly like that one. Minus Sengun's really great performance. Turkey made 18 threes in this game, and Serbia is defending throughout this whole summer by making the other team shoot a lot of threes and packing the paint. And now we see what happens if the other team hits 18 threes. So now they have 3 days to think about it, the luxury they didn't have 3 years ago because it was just a loss to Italy and that was it. This time around, they have 3 days. I don't have a lot of confidence that they are going to significantly changed the way they play on defense. A lot of it is personnel, because Serbia does not have, like super athletic guards that can cover a lot of ground, unlike some other European teams, especially lately. So it's going to be difficult. They're going to face Finland, which is a team that's really reminding me of Team Italy from 2022.
Oh, God.
Actually, Lithuania won against Finland by benching Jonas Valanciunas, by not having him on the court versus Lauri Markkanen at all, because they knew Finland was playing 5 out. They play Markkanen at the 5, and they just murder you with threes. So Serbia is not going to play like that. They're not going to bench Jokic, and they're definitely, I don't think they're going to bench Milutinov either. So Serbia is going to have to score like 80 points in the paint to beat Finland. So even though I do think Serbia is way better than Finland, I also think I also thought Serbia was way better than Italy 3 years ago, and we got the result that we got.
We got to go to break here, Miroslav. We got to go to break, but yes, we'll get to the future bracket, the competition, which is Finland. We'll get to that on the other side, but we're going to continue breaking down this game when we come back from our break.
If you're thinking about buying a home in Colorado, check out American Financing. Now might be a great time to buy. We're in a buyer's market, which means you got the upper hand. With American Financing, they can walk you through the whole process of buying a home. And when you work with American Financing and their partner, American Home Agents, you can actually save an additional 1%, up to $10,000 on your home loan. So if you're thinking about buying a house for the first time, if you're thinking about buying another property, American Financing, they can get you pre-approved in 24 hours or less. Not a lot of people can do that. They can. American Financing gets you pre-approved in 24 hours or less. Don't let the 20% down myth stop you. You could buy a home right now with as little as 3% down, with down payment assistance programs available. Getting into a home might be easier than you think. 303-695-7000. That is the number for American Financing. 303-695-7000 or AmericanFinancing.net. NMLS 182334, NMLSConsumerAccess.org. Also, shout out to our friends over at Monarch Money. You know, Monarch Money, they are the best in the finance game. And look, finances can be complicated, keeping your portfolio in line. There's a lot of busy work that goes on there. Monarch Money, they're here to make that process super simple and super easy. Monarch is built for people with busy lives. Maybe you're somebody who puts off organizing your finances, then Monarch is for you. They do all the heavy lifting. They link all your accounts and minutes to give you clear data visuals, smart categorization of your spending, and real control over your money. You'll never worry about spreadsheets again with Monarch Money. They give you all your finances up front in a super clear and concise way. They're the best app out there for managing your finances. So don't let financial opportunities slip through the cracks. Make sure to use code DNVR at monarchmoney.com in your browser for half off your first year. 50% off your first year. monarchmoney.com. You got to use the code DNVR.
Alrighty, we are back here, segment 2, DNVR Nuggets. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Also, make sure, usually you guys will send super chats in, different things. We have a cool fundraiser going on right now with our partner, Big Brothers, Big Sisters of America. We're doing it all month long. If you want to donate to them or become a sponsor yourself, you could
become
sign
a big
up,
brother or big sister.
A big brother or big sister. You could sign up. Otherwise, there is a link or the pay button right there where you can donate, and then just send Kale a message, let him know. Is that how you're doing it, Kale?
Yeah, just put at the top of your chat that you donated, and I'll save it like a super chat.
There you go. I'll give you guys one positive thing, just because we're all negative, and I want to pick us up a little bit.
Son of a biscuit.
Yoke.
Hey,
made a couple threes.
All
He
right.
goes 2 of 6. One of them was that sort of desperation one at the end, but it was nice at least to see him take and make some threes. 'Cause I feel like he hadn't been doing that.
That was definitely nice. And he missed his first couple, then made it 2 in a row. I did feel like, just talking about that matchup, him and Sengun, it seemed like really wanted this game.
He always does.
He gets up for this matchup. I mean, we know he idolizes Jokic. He patterns his game after him. He's somebody he looks up to. From the start, Sengun wanted this so badly.
Yep.
And I don't think Jokic wanted it as much. That's fine. I mean, they still got a round of 16 to go through here, but I was just expecting Jokic to bring it a little more. I mean, I don't even know if I was expecting it, or maybe that's the wrong way to say it, but I was hoping he was going to bring it a little more just in that one-on-one matchup, because Sengun absolutely did.
Yeah, I would say that there is no point that felt like a Jokic takeover in this game to me.
You felt like maybe it was going to happen a couple times.
I thought it was going to happen, but it just never. But it was like that was kind of like one-offs. It just wasn't a moment or like a stretch where it was like, okay, Dad's home. It's time to take care of business. But to whoever's credit, the Serbs were leading or within a point or two. Like they were playing. Yeah. They could have won this game. They just really faltered when it mattered the most, which is the biggest bummer. And it happened after they lost Avromovic. So tough. This was a tough situation for them to be in. Obviously, it's not the elimination rounds. I imagine they probably would have played quite a bit differently if this was. But we're gonna have to. We're fixing to find out, man.
Maybe. Yeah, we're fixing to find out. Miroslav, how do you analyze Jokic's game tonight?
I thought it was a regular season game for him, and it really was, because it's group stage. It's fair to say that. I really hope Serbia is going to get the chance to play Turkey again, because the first time they can play them again would be in the final, in the gold medal game. So that would be, a litmus test of whether Joker will bring it against Sengun or not. I do think he didn't have enough aggression to will his team over this great Turkey team. Coach Pešić told us before the tournament that Turkey has one of the best, teams before the Eurobasket. They showed a lot of quality there. They do have several former NBA players who all play great. They all play EuroLeague. They have Sengun, who is really, really good. He was the best player on the court today by a wide margin, I have to say. So,
Agreed. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, Joker he knows his task. He cannot be outplayed by anybody ever, because his team it's just his, it's a curse. It's a curse of his. He just cannot let anybody outplay him ever, because his team just doesn't have a lot of chances when that happens.
We joke about it. We've joked about it on every show we've done during Eurobasket after a Serbia game. Serbia is just devolving into the Nuggets.
Yeah.
Step by step by step. Injuries, and now it's getting to a point where we just need Jokic to save them.
I know, dude. Is the Serbian Federation doing enough to surround Jokic? Should he ask out? Should he get naturalized for a team like Turkey?
How much of this, though, they're still trying to figure out who they are. Playing Micic, to close the game is it's hilarious at one point, because he's been frustrating and he's been coming off of injury and all these things. But when I defended it, it was just a defense of, it's not like they have a ton of options. I do agree with you. I thought Guduric was great. But part of me just wonders Jovic was great. Part of me thinks, though, Jokic's not going to be able to get some of the stuff he likes, pick and roll, pocket pass. I just don't know if he's going to get those. Even post ups, it's like you're not.
They don't have the guards to get him the ball like that.
So some of this, do you agree, Miroslav? Do you think there's a world where they're going to smooth this out so they can get him the ball in his spots, or is he just going to have to take the ball to his spots?
The only guy I trust right now to give him a good pocket pass is Stefan Jovic. That's just the fact. Even if they had Aleksa Avromovic, I'm not completely sure.
Agreed.
The result would be much different, because Aleksa is not a great point guard. He's a great defender. Yeah, he's a great energy guy. He can finish in transition well. Yeah. He can shoot, a great three from time to time, but he is not the guy to bring the ball to Nikola Jokic. So, the problem with Stefan Jovic, he is 34. He cannot play for 30 minutes in a game in this high of an intensity. So they have to buy him some time, and that shouldn't be the last 3 minutes of the game. He should be saved for the last 3 minutes of the game. And because we know Vasa Micic, I know Vasa Micic is a great EuroLeague player when he is in shape. Problem is, he hasn't been playing in EuroLeague for the last 2 years, and he's been injured in this preparation period. So he is far from his best play. I wasn't surprised by the late turnover by him at all, because Turkey has some really quick guards there, quick defenders there. So yeah, it's a difficult task. Serbia is having one fewer player each game, I guess. So we will have to see what's going to happen. And that's the biggest problem with these FIBA tournaments, because they're allowed to only have 12 guys on the roster. The reason I think FIBA is not letting the rosters get extended to 14 or 15 guys is because that would benefit only the big nations. It wouldn't benefit nations. So they're trying to level the field like they do with naturalized players playing for almost every player or almost every team in the tournament. So it's just it's something FIBA wants, and so we have to live with it and hopefully have enough guard play in the top 16 game coming up on Saturday. By the way, at 12:45, Denver.
Oh, great! My wife's gonna love that one.
Man, our 4:45 a.m. Watch along would have really struggled if that was the case. So thank God. That is great news. Let me play some devil's advocate here and just ask: are we overreacting a little bit in this way? They had 18 3-pointers made in this game, in a 40-minute game.
Yeah.
They being Turkey.
A lot of them were really tough, too.
They shot 58% from three.
It was good. They did good.
They and it came down to the final possession. So part of me goes, Serbia was unimpressive. I thought Sengun and Larkin, man, Larkin is nice with it, man. That guy is like really good at this level. Those two guys were really good, and they shot 58% on 18 made threes. I'm low on Serbia just because of all the weaknesses that they have. But if this is a bad game and they were right in it, part of me goes, all right.
I know. Well, it's the problem is that where they're now weak is first off, they're artificially weak in that they've lost the guys that were able to bring any kind of quickness and any kind of offensive, initiation. And they were getting killed off of guys that were quick.
Yeah.
Like any other team that has quick guards is now going to prey upon them. And, they hit a bunch of threes. A lot of those threes were completely wide open. They made some tough ones. Shane Larkin hit some tough ones.
Because it was dribble penetration. It was
that's exactly right. Like they drive in deep. All of Serbia, because they're all a bunch of big guys now, just collapse on the paint, and then just everyone's wide open 3-point shot for Chetty Osman or any of those other guys. So I'm officially nervous, man. I'm officially nervous. Like, unless do we have anything on Aleksa Miroslav? Has any kind of anything come out on that?
No, if you think Denver Nuggets medical stuff is too stingy on the information, you should see the Serbian Basketball Federation. We're probably going to get a 2-word announcement tomorrow about what's going on.
Lower body injury.
I actually don't know what happened to him, because during the live game, I thought he was punched on the nose, and he has a very sensitive nose because he already broke it 5 times in his career. So it's not.
I would have guessed due to rampant cocaine use, but that
it's not that hard to break Aleksa's nose. But then at the halftime, I saw him warming up his ankle. So I have no idea what happened there really. So yeah, I don't think we're gonna get anything until tomorrow on Aleksa. The problem with the 18 3-pointers made by Turkey is so many of them were wide open. And I'm going to ask Adam and Harrison, because you are young guys. You're not.
Eric is as old. Leave him out of this.
Eric is as old as I am. Our eyes are not as good as your guys are. How many wide open threes were there out of those 31 or whatever they shot? I bet there were 25 wide open ones. So I miss the times, when nobody could shoot, back in the 80s, because back then the 3-pointer is the ultimate way to level the field, because everybody can shoot the threes now. So if you let them shoot, they can win over you, even though they don't have the requested quality for it. Now Turkey does. Turkey is a really, really good team, so you cannot let them both have backdoor passes to Shane Larkin and also let him hit 5 threes. So that's
yeah. Well, I mean, Serbia's defense was also something we worried about heading into the tournament. We didn't really worry about the offense. It was going to be about the defense, and specifically, I think the guard defense, because when you got a guy like Shane Larkin who can just dribble past his defender, get into the lane, go back door. And then at the end of the game, your best matchup on him is Nikola Jovic.
It is hilarious, dude.
Which is just wild, but that's kind of where Serbia's at.
It is hilarious to drop like a little drop of NBA level athleticism into Eurobasket. You're like, holy cow, it's the fastest man on earth. Shane Larkin. My God.
That's so true. That's why Schroeder looks incredible. It's just like,
how can a human body go that fast?
Then they have Chetty Osman too. I mean, coming into this game, they had the second, third, and fourth best players in the game.
Yeah, Jovic being in foul trouble early, I thought might have thrown him off a lot because I think he's been playing where he could be in that conversation, but he was not tonight. All right, let's take a break. On the other side, we're going to look ahead now because pool play is over. The bracket. Serbia is 4 wins away from winning the Eurobasket gold, but they're going to be 4 tough ones.
Raising Canes, do game day the Canes way. And this is perfect for a football season, whether you're tailgating or cheering from the couch. Fuel your crew with Raising Canes. We're talking hand-battered, cooked-to-order chicken fingers. We're talking crispy, crinkle-cut fries, buttery Texas toast, and the MVP of every bite, the cane sauce. Don't forget those jugs of freshly brewed tea, freshly squeezed lemonade.
Jugs of freshly brewed cane sauce.
Slaw and refreshed. Big plays, big flavor. It's how Canes does game day. So rally your team. Make your next tailgate a touchdown. Raising Canes, chicken fingers, one love. Every time I do this, Reed, I want to get Canes.
Kale, go get us a jug of cane sauce.
Shout out to Raising Canes. If you're tailgating this season, if you're watching football, you got to hit up Raising Canes. The crispy crinkle cut fries, the chicken fingers that are cooked to order, buttery Texas toast, of course the cane sauce, which is made in-house at Canes every single day. Also the brewed tea, the freshly squeezed lemonade. Check out Canes to elevate your game day experience. Also, shout out to our friends over at Shady Rays. You know that moment, the one when you realize you left your favorite sunglasses at the beach or on the roof of your car or at a gas station 3 states away?
Of course I do.
I've been there, man. I've been there. With Shady Rays, these sunglasses, they're made for every sort of occasion. Good looking, polarized, durable, not stupidly expensive either. And they got the best customer service policy in the business. If you lose or break your Shady Rays, they'll hook you up with a new pair. So now you can wear your Shady Rays, your sunglasses without fear. On hikes, at concerts, on the boat, wherever. Shady Rays is eyewear that has your back. If you go to shadyrays.com, you can just see all the different styles and shapes and colors they have. No matter what type of sunglasses you wear, Shady Rays, they've got an option for you. So we've actually teamed up with Shady Rays to give you an exclusive offer. Go to shadyrays.com, use the code DNVR, 35% off polarized sunglasses. Rated 5 stars by 300,000 people, 35% off polarized sunglasses, shadyrays.com.
Alrighty, back here, DNVR Nuggets. Make sure you throw us a like. If you are a Supporters Club member, throw us a like. If you
throw us a troika.
If you, man, there's no chat like when we're covering internet.
Yeah. It's almost like
way worse.
It's almost like the world is full of unrest and we're tapping into it via basketball.
That's so true. You're like, oh my God, foul mouth over here. Still a little bad. Let's look ahead now. So if we look at the bracket is now partially set, and Serbia will be squaring up with Lauri Markkanen. And also, I think it's this guy. You can correct me if I'm wrong, Miroslav. Is his name Sasu?
Is that the 18-year-old?
Sasu Salin, yes.
Oh, that guy's saucy too. Like,
is that the 19-year-old?
No. Oh, yeah. They also have, what's his name? Baby. What is it?
Baby Markkanen? I don't know.
It's Baby Jordan or something like that. What is his name? Dang it, I'm forgetting it already.
But they have like this young guy that apparently is the new hot thing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's like 17. I think he's the youngest guy in the entire tournament. But he'll be a prospect, not in next year's draft. I think
he's going to college next year.
Yeah, he's going to be. I think he might be 2 years away from the draft. Nonetheless, they're not that good. They're pretty limited. Well, they give Lauri Markkanen the ball nonstop, and he shoots every single time, and he's really good. But Finland's not that good. This should be, in my opinion, a winnable game, Harrison.
Absolutely. I mean, this is a game where, just Serbia sticking to their fundamentals and their just philosophy and just how they play. They should be able to beat Finland. I mean, we were talking about this, I think, yesterday. How was it Lithuania who kind of went with the OKC defense on marketing?
Yeah.
Just to kind of really rough them up, just make the refs call fouls.
Yeah.
That was another interesting subplot to this game. I don't know if you caught that, Miroslav. One of the refs, an NBA ref, actually Lithuanian. Yeah.
Oh, Miroslav doesn't
He's
miss
got
those
the
things. Are you
whole-
kidding me?
I knew he'd be on it. I knew he'd be on
I
it.
know my refs. Yeah.
Yeah. Tritus. Interesting choice. But yeah, I mean, this is a game Serbia should win. And honestly, now to win this tournament, or if Serbia's going to medal in this tournament, they've got to come together and like become better than the sum of their parts. And like they've got to play Serbian basketball with obviously Jokic being the best player out there.
Yeah, dude. Their game is predicated on ball movement, and they don't have. I don't know, man. I'm not feeling good about Serbia. I feel good. I feel good about Serbia in that it has opened its arms wide up and accepted us, and I'll take on their fight. But
yeah,
your confidence is low.
My confidence is low, dude. I feel like Serbia has been shoved into purgatory a little bit. It's like we lost
they're
the
just
ball,
the
dude.
Nuggets, man.
They're the Nuggets. They're the GD Nuggets. Yes, there's this guy. There's
no shooting.
It's not like they have cultivated a great program, a great team, a great culture.
Yeah.
And that just now it's literally just injuries. And it's such a bummer. You can only have 12 guys. Like it's a bummer they can't like now all of a sudden elevate Topic and bring him in. If they don't have Aleksa, like I'm very nervous, but I do think that I'm a little hazy on my European basketball history. I don't believe Finland is a basketball powerhouse.
No.
But they do have Lowry marketing. But in every game up till this one, you look at Serbia, you're like, oh, they're just bigger than everybody. Like,
right.
And it didn't feel that way in this game, and they weren't able to just like sort of overpower everyone, and then they lost their outside edge too. So this was a bad matchup at a bad moment for Serbia.
By the way, his name is Slim Jesus. That's his nickname.
Slim Jesus.
Mika Murin.
Better
Meek
than
Mill.
Oral
Jesus.
Jordan. What was Jamal Murray's nickname in?
Yeah, Oral Mamba.
Oral Mamba. That's
Yeah.
right. Oral Mamba.
Oral Jordan.
Miroslav, Serbia, Finland. What are you looking for?
Well, Finland is a team that's very similar to Latvia. It is a team that has some NBA talent in Lauri Markkanen, just like Latvia has Porzingis and Davis Bertans. And it is very similar. We are talking about a team that's going to shoot a lot of threes, and those teams can, in today's basketball, win against anybody and lose against anybody as well, because if they shoot, 8 of 36, they're going to lose the game. So Serbia has to hope not to play only against the hottest teams in the universe, like they did, a couple of times already in this tournament. And at the same time, Serbia has to be super high, to have the super high intensity on defense and try to disrupt some of the stuff Finland is going to try to do, and enforce themselves in the paint against Team Finland, because they don't have the horsepower to face them in the paint. Finland today lost to Germany by 30 points. And this is what happens to teams like Finland when they face a really, really, really serious team. We just have to see if Serbia is a really, really, really serious team, because on the first try against a really good team, Serbia flopped today. So we have to see, and we have a saying in Serbia, you either are or you aren't. So show me, what are you? And that's going to be very visible against Finland, and even more specifically in the following rounds if they get to them.
Wow, I just got chills.
We were so confident just a week ago when when things felt good, but it was Bogdanovic. And to be honest, it's not even injuries. Bogdanovic going down is the one guy where you're like, okay, now I don't feel like they're the favorites.
Not at all.
But then when you add because if it was Bogdanovic here, but Vukcevic and Avromovic, you're like, okay, whatever. Like they can plug some guys in. That sucks, but plug some guys in. Bogdanovic is the big piece, and then when you miss these other guys, it's like, okay, who are
it's
they?
like Strother, we need you.
Strother, we need you.
You're playing 25 minutes and maybe closing.
You're like Austin Rivers, please.
Yeah. What about this one, Miroslav? The history better than me. You can't lose in the round of 16 again.
Oh yeah. It is a big thing. It is something that happens so rarely in the history of Yugoslav or Serbian basketball. It is something that is looked upon with disgust, and you just cannot have the same generation of players do it twice. It's just, it would be a complete disaster. It would make tecton moves in the Basketball Federation, which, might not be a bad thing, but more on that if stuff like that happens. But yeah, it would be a horrible, it was just like the game 7 against the Clippers this year for the Nuggets. If they've lost like the third game 7 in a span of 5 seasons, whatever, that would be a horrible look on the Nuggets.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. It's the same thing with Team Serbia here. They just cannot lose to Team Finland because there's a big disparity in quality between these two teams, and there are no excuses for it to happen. So it would be a major flop. It would be a huge stain, in career of all of Coach Pešić, but all the players as well. They would be viewed as losers if something like that happens, especially in Serbia. I'm not even worried about what the Europe is going to say. But inside Serbia, that would be a huge blow. It would be like a Serbian soccer kind of flop, and we're used to Serbian soccer flops.
We can't co-sign all of your sports failures.
But yeah, in basketball,
it would be the tug for the
Bro, the swimming at the World Championships a few years ago.
Were you into it?
No.
It would be a flop close to the flop from the 2004 Olympics. Team Serbia had all of their stars for that tournament, and they like lost to China, in the group stage. It was a really bad tournament with a lot of stars. So I really just hope it doesn't happen this time around.
What about the bracket? Because half of the bracket is filled in so far, half of it is not. Do you know off the top of your head how it'll work? I assume because there's 4 1 seeds and 2 of them have been filled in, they will play a 1 seed in the second game. Is that correct? If they advance,
no. In the second round, they're gonna play against the team who was either second or third in their group.
Oh, okay. Oh, in their own group?
No, not from their own group, but
from
group C or D.
Okay.
And I'm not sure which one, to be completely honest. But what we do know is that if they pass the second round, they're going to face Germany in the semifinal.
Right.
And this was the main motive for today's game, was not to play Germany before the final game, because Germany is still, for me, shown by far the most in this tournament.
Yeah.
And you want to face them as late as possible. But you know what? By the way, Serbian players are just dropping off. Maybe it's better for you to face Germany while you still have like 7 guys. You don't want to face them when you have like 5 guys for the final game. So yeah, what do I know?
So my guess is who will finish second or third, or will be, I'm guessing Group C, because they're the ones that is not quite represented yet so far in that bracket. So you're probably looking at the second, third of one of C and D. So likely, I mean, again, just trying to put this together, Slovenia, France, Poland, Israel, Greece, Italy, Spain, Georgia. I'm guessing it's one of those 8 teams.
So that should be a win.
Yeah. So there's no juggernauts in there.
No.
No juggernauts, but still not the easiest path in my opinion.
No, dude, it's so funny. Just the relative nature of life. We were just looking at this tournament like a week ago. I was like, why is everyone wasting their time going up against Serbia? Now it's like Serbia has to go up against Estonia. Like, oh God.
It's more about Serbia falling off.
I mean, who's got to step up right now, though? Like, who do we need more from in this game against Finland?
Honestly, Vasa Micic.
I know. This is what I mean.
And it doesn't seem like Pešić is kind of like trying to get him going too.
This is why I wasn't critical of him, is I'm kind of like,
he probably recognizes like, all right, if we're actually going to do anything now, we need this guy.
But here's what sucked is that he gave him precious little minutes until the biggest moment.
Right.
Of
He only
the game.
played like 10 minutes.
And he was like, oh, okay, you're going to play 2 minutes in the first half and then the biggest possession we have and then nothing in between.
True.
Problem with Team Serbia right now without Bogdanovic is that there's a bunch of role players on that team. The only main guys on the team are Jokic and Guduric and Micic. Micic is the protagonist of sorts, and he just has to be good for them to be able to play well in the elimination game. You cannot expect, Aleksa Avromovic to take you through 4 elimination games. He is a role player. He is an amazing defender, but he's not going to drop, 20 points in each of those 4 games. They need Vasa Micic to play well, and that's really painful. And every time he enters the game, I have a painful expression on my face. But I do understand that if he is not right for the elimination round, it's going to be extremely difficult. And I don't think we've ever seen a carry job by one guy ever that would, result in a gold medal. Somebody needs to join forces with Joker. And by the way, Joker needs to play way better than
I was going to
played.
say, this is what I'm coming back to, man. It's not. I don't see any of these other avenues as that realistic, and this is what sucks. Is I like
the Micic Avenue. I agree that like that'd be maybe the biggest guy that can step up, but I just don't
feel somewhat possible.
I don't know if I see it.
I don't see it either. Here's the thing, man. We love Serbia, Team Serbia, especially when they feel connected because their style of play is a style I really, really enjoy.
Yeah,
I just don't know if that's coming this one.
It's not. I mean,
it might not. And so the only path that's realistic to me is. The greatest carry job of your career. Finland, you got to carry in that, but it's not like you need him to go for 50 points in that one.
Right.
You get to that next round, depending on how the bracket breaks, maybe not even that one. Do you need like a carry job? But if you're going steep into this one, I don't see a world where they beat Germany. I don't see a world where they beat Turkey. I don't see a world where they beat any of these other top teams unless Jokic is just like a monster, a complete and total wrecking ball monster.
I know.
And it's not the Serbian way, but
it's almost like it feels like for Pesic, that would be a failing to have them just go out and have Jokic dominate the way that we know he can. Dude, where's Yaramaz, by the way? Can we get Yaramaz?
He's no longer a player. He's no longer a player. Here's the problem with Jokic carry job. It's so much harder to carry a team in FIBA than in the NBA.
Of course.
There's no defense 3 points. The 3-point line is way closer. It's so much easier to pack the paint and then jump all the way to the 3-point line. It would be his greatest accomplishment, I think, if at this moment he just pulls a rabbit out of the hat and just wins it all for them. And
no, for sure. I mean, as
who
Big Honey,
am I to say he's not able to do that?
As Big Honey brings up, they needed almost 40 from Jokic to beat Latvia.
Yeah,
that just might be what this tournament is.
I think it is. And poor Jokic having to do that all last year for the Nuggets, seeming to hate it, and now it's like really back to it, huh? Just all right, they're going to double me, but I can't pass it. I have to just go through. That being said. Carry job or not, Turkey's one of, in my opinion, the 3-4 best teams in this entire tournament, and Serbia was right there in a bad performance. Jokic just has to be carry job or just 10% better than what he was today. Mm-hmm. And I think he has that in him. At least I hope he has that in him.
Yeah, I think he does.
I will say missing the rebound today was weird. And when we only have so little to go off of,
super weird.
You start to wonder. He's quick off his feet. He doesn't lose those very often. And losing that one today, the series of them today just felt a little bit like I made me wonder if it was fatigue or just a lack of explosion.
I think he looked a little tired. He did.
Did you?
I think he looks a little heavy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I don't think he's not displaying quickness. He's not. He's like displaying. He looks like a European player right now. He looks like Big Val. He looks like one of these big barrel-chested guys that just is pounding guys in the paint. But he's missing his signature quick jump. Right.
Like Sengun looked in shape.
Yeah. Quick. I mean, like, listen, Sengun had a good game from a scoring standpoint. I was not impressed by him. I thought
Sengun was great.
I thought he looked kind of like if I'm looking at that and how it goes into an NBA game, like to me, he still looked a little soft. I think he got it done today for the squad that they had, but I'm a little nervous about Jokic's quickness. I'm going to say it.
Yeah,
I thought Joker had way more great defensive plays than offensive plays today.
Yeah,
he really did a lot on defense today again, and I don't think he has the energy to play both ways for 32 minutes if he is the only one carrying the offensive load. So that's a problem. Somebody needs to step up, and we will see. Guduric is my best bet, but he wasn't bad so far. So you don't expect a huge jump from him. Mitic would be the greatest jump. I just don't believe it.
It's not happening.
Yeah, this is kind of like we need Russ to just it's like all right.
3 steals for Jokic today.
It's not that's just it. It's like you can't look to that to be the thing that's going to save you. You have to like scheme it out elsewhere. It's got to be Jovic. It's got to be Jovic. It's got to be Jovic. It's got to be. They got to figure it out. That Guduric. I mean, like they just have to.
Guduric, I mean, how many times can he really just go that one dribble step back?
So bagless.
Well, the good news is that we will be open at the DNVR bar at 12:45 p.m. on Saturday.
Oh man, that means
I don't know though with college football if we're going to be able to make this like full on walk.
This is going to be tough, man.
This is going to be tough. We might be in a tight spot. It'll be on.
Oh yeah, but the life is pumping back through the DNVR bar. The life has returned.
We go 6 months with not a single sporting event to now all of them are at the same time.
I know, that is how it
we brought this up a lot, man. Like this has been a lot. These watch-alongs, the post-game shows. I wasn't ready to feel these emotions quite yet. At this point in the offseason.
I am going to send Miroslav off with one last thing. Perk up, man. I see this. Look at the stress on his face right now. The strain,
pills, man.
the nervousness. You can see it in the eyes. Miroslav, have some faith, buddy. Get a prescription.
You guys have no faith how much darker I can get. Like this is happy Miroslav after a loss because there's no real despair in my voice at all right now because I do know they can still win the gold medal. But
part of me kind of wants to see Dark Lord Miroslav.
I don't want to see that. I certainly hope I don't see it on Saturday.
I don't.
Hey, thank you so much, Miroslav. Say hi to Pancheva for me.
Oh, you nailed it this time.
Panchevo.
Kudos, Anna. Kudos.
We have one other game to get to here, and I think you watched it. Did you catch Lithuania today?
Yeah.
How was it? Big Val was taken out of the game with 2 minutes remaining. Then they put him back in with 1 minute remaining.
Yeah. There was a lot of like, what is happening here?
International basketball is kind of funny, man.
Dude, it's hilarious, actually. I mean, I was watching it with Christina, and she was in disbelief that the game was as close as it was. Lithuania.
They lost. I'm telling you, they lost their best player.
They played Sweden.
They played Sweden,
who has, I think, one NBA player.
Yeah, I bet
Pele Larson.
Yeah, I mean that wasn't a game that I think anybody expected to be close, but it came right down to the wire. Lithuania
is going to get upset in round one. I'm going to tell you this right now. They lost
Who do they play?
Is it Latvia? Oh yeah, it's a little border battle.
Rivalry game.
Yeah, a little rivalry game. But Latvia is not that good. But Lithuania, they're like all big guys, and they had a really nice with it kind of ball handler, and he's out.
Yeah, he's out. The Eurobasket is just like the NBA, the NBA Finals and the NBA.
Many people are hurt.
Well, it's just like as soon as somebody gets hurt, it changes everything. And you're like, what are you supposed to do, man? You lost Tatum, you lost whatever Halliburton. It's like you're done. That's it, and that's what has happened for Serbia. They lost their Halliburton. Losing Bogdanovic is as big as it gets. And then even just to have Avromovic step up, it already feels like a massive step down. And for him to get hurt, it's just like, bro, what do you do here?
Big Val did play well, though.
He did play well.
18 points, 9 rebounds.
Dude, Big Val is enormous.
+9. Yeah,
there's a reason he's called Big Val.
It's funny. It's like when you get
us only.
Nobody else has ever called him that.
But it's funny, like when you buy a car, then you realize like there's every other car on the street is that car. If you've never noticed it before. Big Val, I've never had any real reason to like really watch him play. Yeah. But like now I'm like, dude, this guy's arms are so long. This guy is enormous. It's unreal.
He is enormous, man. I like Big Val.
I do too, dude. I'm in.
25 minutes. So it's still he played a lot. 25 and a half minutes. Is
18 points, team high. 7 of 11 from the floor. All of those were twos.
+9, but again, we don't know. We think he was +9.
Right. You can't trust the plus minus on the FIBA box score. You have to keep it by hand, actually, if you really want to.
Dude, they've had since 1891 to get this whole
They
app
can't
right.
get it. I mean, according to Miroslav, it could be correct, but he doesn't think it's 100% trustworthy.
Miroslav is still on the call, just cackling in the background right now, listening to this.
I think for Saturday, Serbia, Finland, I will keep plus minus by hand.
There you go.
That's what I'm gonna do. I'll keep it on I'll get a little pencil and paper here.
Get an abacus, man.
Yeah, that would actually be a good idea.
Slap.
Yeah.
Well, I've enjoyed Eurobasket so far, although it's kind of excruciating watching Serbia fall apart a little bit from this. But I still enjoy the break that we're getting here in this early part of September because it almost disguises the fact that basketball actually begins. Media Day is in 26 days. That's little under 4 weeks. And this tournament's going to take us, hopefully at least another week. So I just look at that and I go, does it feel that close to you? Pretty close.
Yeah, no. I mean, there's going to be a day when you wake up and a leaf falls before your eyes, and then all of a sudden you start to describe the air as a little crisp.
Yeah, a little crisp
and
air,
then the next thing you know, you're like, holy smokes, and the whole paradigm changes, and then it all comes. We're about to have a football game.
Pumpkin spice season, even
pumpkins. They're going a little early on pumpkin spice. Okay. It's already out there. They're already advertising for Halloween. Yeah, I mean that's more capitalistic issues than it is. But the point being is, yes, It is funny because it feels like the season just ended, but also it feels like we've been walking through the desert for 40 years. Like we don't have anything to talk about or do. And the longer this tournament goes on too, like it's funny, the differences between the NBA basketball and FIBA basketball. And early on, there's a lot of things you look at, you're like, that's so much better. They don't call ticky-tack fouls. It's kind of cool that the game is shorter. The court is more. As it goes on, though, it feels a little more gimmicky to me.
What does?
FIBA. Like it feels like a little. It's just like doesn't. It feels like a less. Wrong way to phrase it. It feels like a. I don't know.
I think the length of the game honestly has a lot to do with this.
I think so too. There's
been so much talk over the years. Oh, we got to shorten the NBA games to FIBA. Definitely not. These games feel a little too short.
They do because like they're storylines that aren't allowed to fully take hold.
That's
it's
a great
totally.
It just kind of
feel too short.
Yes.
Comebacks feel harder to happen because you're like, damn, there's only 13 minutes left.
The officiating somehow worse than the NBA.
But you appreciate it, but then also like
also the signal for a review.
Sengun did this, which was like a combination.
That's
of
a
the
combo.
Two. Yeah, because this is what you do in soccer.
That's the international symbol for review.
But that's for soccer specifically when you're getting the VAR involved. Yeah. But then whatever.
Jokic, I'll tell you what, Sengun even copying Jokic's like just don't shower or shave.
Just being grubby. But again,
it just looks so like.
Again, you cannot be a rugged, like inside powerful force with frosted tips. It can't happen. You need to square that up inside of yourself, sir.
Who was the last? There's been some like the late 90s, early 2000s. I feel like that was a thing.
Turkoglu,
he's not a big though.
Well, I don't know if it counts.
B-Dreams? Andres B-Dreams?
Does it count? Is it count to have frosted tips with Clint Capella just has that like slap
that's
of blonde
not frosted
on the front? No. That's the European African American guy.
That's not what that is for sure. What else we got? Anything else here?
I don't know, man. Like just overall. This game kind of took the wind out of my sails a little bit with this tournament.
Yeah, a little bit.
Can we, instead of recircle on that, can we just talk a little shit about Rockets fans in the chat? Because here's a little shit. This was a regular season game.
I know.
Rockets, what were they last year? They were like a 2 seed or something. I don't even remember.
They did great.
I don't remember. I think they were a high seed or something like that. And they were like, thought that was something special.
Yeah.
We remember when we were there. You guys remember when we were there?
Adorable.
And we're like,
who cares about the regular season?
We beat the Warriors 3 out of 4 times. Look at these. Steph Curry better be worried.
Look at these little baby Rockets. You know what they think? And they're like, you know who's going to help us out? Kevin Durant down the stretch. Good luck with that.
Yeah.
You can't make the team from the training room.
That was fun. I just wanted to get
good, dude. It's good to get our salty. Like our salt factories have been shut down because we've had nothing to be salty.
I never feel more proud to be though an American than when I see a live chat for international basketball.
Oh,
Yeah.
for sure.
You hop in and you're like, wow.
I
are
don't
we
know if I
saints?
could do that.
Do we have any super chats or donations? Doesn't sound like it. All right, everybody, thanks for hanging out. We're gonna be here tomorrow. Hit that like button on the way
Let's
out.
go.
Yeah.
We all silly like the mayor.